Literally, scriptures is saying that you can cease from sin. Do you know what that means? Like there's a formula, if I may use the word. There's a principle that if you embody, you would cease from sin. What is this armor? What's the ammunition? What's the armor that we need in order to conquer sin so much that we can cease from sin? It is a mindset, first and foremost. But it's a mindset that has to do with suffering with regards to sin. 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 1. Since Christ suffered for us in the flesh, now arm yourselves also with what? The same mind. Do you understand the language of arm? To arm. That's where we get the word ammunition. And scripture says, because Jesus is suffered for us in the flesh. The admonition, the instruction is what? Arm yourselves likewise with what? The same gun. What's the gun in question? What's the ammunition in question? It's a mind. Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. That means that in Jesus there was a mind, there was a mindset that helped him to live the life that he lived. And they're saying that that mindset is an ammunition. It's your armory. And they said you should arm yourself likewise with the same mind. Read on, ma'am. For he who has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. Let me explain that to you. The reason they said you should arm yourself with the same mind, remember they said Jesus Christ has suffered for us in the flesh. Okay? And they now said arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. What is the mind? There's this mindset about suffering. Because Jesus is suffered for us in the flesh, he suffered for us in the flesh. Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. Why? Because he who has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. So the armor in question has something to do with the mind, and it is a mind or a mindset in relation to suffering. Because Jesus is suffered for us in the flesh, and they said you likewise should arm yourself with the same mind. What mind? The mind concerning suffering. Because anyone who has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. Now what that means? What this means is that there's a mindset towards sin, towards suffering, that is helpful in overcoming sin. Let me explain this. So Jesus suffered in the flesh, and because he has suffered, they said that's a mindset that you should arm yourselves also with. Arm yourselves likewise with the same mindset, because he who has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. In simple English, it simply means that if you are not afraid to suffer, you will not sin. That's all it is. There's an armor of the mind. Hey sister, stay awake, stay awake, stay awake. There's an armor of the mind. You need to get this. There's an armor of the mind. And that armor of the mind is a mindset. That there is a mindset that is an ammunition against sin. What's this mindset? It's a mindset that is not afraid of suffering. Because Jesus suffered in the flesh. And they said, arm yourself